students, today I take the first PU grammar, the first unit, that is articles. You might have studied in the high school itself, articles, that is a and the. They are called articles. Definition: articles are demonstrative adjectives. Articles are demonstrative adjectives. See, adjective is a word which qualifies a noun, but there are different kinds of adjectives. Descriptive adjective, equality adjective, adjective of number, and this is a demonstrative adjective. Demonstrative means it shows, it points out. Suppose I say this is a book. A is an article, it is just pointing out. So that is why it is called as demonstrative adjective. For example, a book, a cat, a dog, an orange, an umpire, an elephant. So these are all articles. Kinds of articles. There are two kinds of articles. One is definite article, that is the, and indefinite article, a matu an. A matu an. Should not say a. Just open the mouth and should come out. The speciality of the vowels is they are just coming out freely without any obstruction of the vocal organs. If you start saying a, then it becomes wrong. A, and. Okay, so definite is the. And as you know, we don't use the nowadays. The is used only to emphasize. See, he is the culprit. There we are going for emphasis. Normally, usually we go for the. In old grammar, in first year grammar textbooks, they have given the rule when there is a noun starting with a vowel, we used to say the elephant, the. This is old English. We have studied, but nowadays we are not following that. But it is given in the textbook also. Suppose it is a consonant, the dog, the cat, the elephant. So this rule is not existing now, but what we are following is for emphasis, for stressing, then we use the. Otherwise, normal language the. And indefinite article, a, and. Indefinite means it can be anything. He is a boy. Not a particular boy, he is a boy. She is a girl. This is a book. It is a tree. So, these are indefinite articles. Articles, not articles. Then, we should know which are the vowels and which are the consonant. How many vowels are there? 5. A, E, I, O, U. There are 5 vowels. And consonants how many? Remaining all are consonants. C, D, F, G, H, up to Z. That is 21 consonants. So, let us see one by one. Then we have to use a and the. So, a is used before a word beginning with a consonant. A is used before a word beginning with a consonant. For example, B, a book, a cat, a dog, a goat. So, they are all consonants. We use a. And a is used only for countable nouns. You know, there are two types of nouns, countable, uncountable. For example, you cannot say a water, you cannot say a milk, but you can say a water bottle, a milk can. That is countable. So, number one is a is used before a word beginning with a consonant. Second is before a word beginning with a vowel having consonant sound. Vowel having consonant sound. See, these are the vowels, but sometimes they behave like a consonant. See, for example, European. See, it is a vowel. E is a vowel, but it has got U sound. It has got U sound. And in English, U becomes a consonant. See, normal U is a vowel. See, you must know that U has got two different sounds. U has got two different sounds. One is U, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು A. So, when not given any grammar book, but it's an easy method of understanding. For example, an umbrella, an umbrella, an umpire. Okay, but when it has got a U sound, then we go consider it as a consonant. For example, a useful, a useless, a union, a European. So that is why we use a. E is a vowel, but having consonant sound. That is why we use a. In exams, generally they ask dash European. So what should I write? E is a vowel, so put an. It is wrong. For example, European, union. What is that? A union. Then a one-eyed cat. See, this O has got W sound. It's not like the orange. Orange has got O sound. An orange. An ox. But here, va sound is one, same sound. One-eyed cat. So that is why we use a. And one to be known. So this is the second rule. Before a word beginning with a vowel having consonant sound. So uses of a. Number one, before a word beginning with a consonant. Before a word beginning with a vowel having consonant sound. Next we come to and. Use of and. So and is used before a word beginning with a vowel. Normally 5 vowels are there. Many students pronounce it as a vowel. No, it is vowel. V sound hai, W sound hai, O sound hai. Vowel. So 5 vowels. For example, an apple, an egg, an ice cream, an orange, an umbrella. So all the vowels we use an. Number 2, before a word beginning with a consonant having vowel sound. Here is a vowel having consonant sound. There is a consonant having vowel sound. See, for example, an R. H is a consonant but silent here. It has got a O sound. That is why we say an R. Second is air. It is not H-A-R, H-E-A-R. H-E-A-R means Varisu, Akkadar. Raja idane, Mara idane, he becomes an air. Here it is silent. But this word, hair, H-A-R, Kuglo, different. There is only a hair on it. Here, an air. It is silent. An R, he came an hour late. An heir, he is an heir to his father's property. These are the 2 rules. One more rule is there. Before a word beginning with H, not accented on the first syllable. See, for example, accent you must know. High school, 10th, you have studied about syllabifications. They exam question and the word has got 2 syllables, 3 syllables, 4 syllables. That is syllabification. And that is an accent. One of the syllables will have an accent or stress. See, for example, this word hotel. It has got 2 syllables. Hotel. And stress is on the second syllable, not on the first syllable. Not hotel. Hotel. Usually hotel. Stress is here. That is why we say an hotel. H is there. H is silent. It is silent there, but it is there. But accent is accent is on the second syllable or third syllable, whatever may be. One more example I gave. Historical. See, it has got 3 syllables. Historical, 4 syllables. And stress is on the second syllable. Historical. That is why we say an historical place. Tiruthugar is an historical place. So there are 3 rules here. An is used before a word beginning with a vowel. Before a word beginning with a consonant having vowel sound. Consonant having like this. Then before a word beginning with H, these two, not accented on the first syllable. Accent or stress should not be on the first syllable. It can be on second or third. So these are the three rules. Next is use of the. See, the is used before a common noun. Any common noun. The book, the boy, the girl, the tree. Common nouns before a common noun. Second is before a proper noun used as a common noun. Before a proper noun used as a common noun. Sometimes we use a proper noun. For example, one of the students is very good in acting. So what we say? Hey, he is the Rajkumar of our class. That means he is not Rajkumar, he is a good actor. So one girl sings very nicely. So we call her, she is the Lata Mangeshkar of the class, of the city. That means a proper noun is used as a common noun. Suppose one boy comes or always sleeps in the class. So what I say? He is the Kumbhakarna of the class. One boy simply starts eating and sleeping. So we give some names. And some very strong man. He is the Hercules. So you understand? Proper noun is used as a common noun. They also use the. He is the Hercules. Then third one is before a singular noun which represents a whole class. Singular noun. See, for example, cow. And we sentence the cow is sacred in Hindu system. The sacred. Here, it's not particular cow, the whole family of cow. So that is why we say the. Then, for example, we say the rose is a beautiful flower. The rose. That means not only one rose, full different, all the varieties of roses. Then, before a common noun which is unique, which is only special, only one. For example, sun, moon, earth. The sun, the moon, the earth, they are all unique nouns. So we use the. Then before names of religious books, Granthahalu, religious books, the Bible, the Quran, the Bhagavad Gita, the Upanishad, the Ramayana, they are all proper nouns. But before the religious books, we use the. Otherwise, we are not supposed to use. And then before names of rivers, oceans, gulfs and mountains. For example, rivers, the Kaveri, the Godavari, the Krishna, the Brahmaputra. So these are all rivers. Then oceans, the Pacific, the Atlantic, the Bay of Bengal, the Indian Ocean. It's all oceans. Gulf, the Gulf of Mannar. Then for mountains, the Himalayas, the Western Ghats, the Nilgiris, the Alps. So these are all mountains. So we use before names of rivers, oceans, gulfs and mountains. Then before names of groups of islands, not a single island, groups of islands, the Andaman and Nicobar Islands. We can't say the Ceylon, the Sri Lanka, the Australia, because only one island is there. But it should be a group. The West Indies, the Maldives. So these are the groups of islands. Then the Lakshadweep. Then before comparatives. See, adjectives and adverbs have got comparative degree. Good, better, best. Okay, beautiful, more beautiful, most beautiful. So second one is comparatives. The more you study, the higher marks you get. Such sentences only we use the. The harder you work, the more you earn. So these are comparatives. And last is before superlatives. Superlatives is the tallest, the highest, the brightest. He is the smartest boy in the class. She is the most pretty girl in the class. Okay, like this. Before superlatives. All of you have studied in high schools, but it is only a revision and a thorough analysis of everything. So these these are the uses of the. The always what to be? Number one, before a common noun. Any common noun. Before a proper noun used as a common noun. Before a singular noun which represents a whole class. Then before a common noun which is unique. For example, sun, the moon, the earth. Then before names of religious books, the Quran, the Bible, the Ramayana, the Upanishad, the Granth. Then before names of rivers, oceans, mountains and gulfs. All we have to use the Pacific, the Atlantic, the Himalayas, the Alps. Then before names of groups of islands, should be a group. The Lakshadweep, the Maldives, the West Indies, the Andaman and Nicobar Islands. So groups of islands. Then before comparatives, the more you read, the higher marks you get. Such type of sentences we use. Then lastly, before superlatives. Superlatives you have to use the, and the tallest, the brightest, the deepest, and all that. So these are the uses of articles. Last is omission of articles. That means when we should not use articles. For example, before a proper noun, you cannot say the Ravi, the Suma, the Chitraduga. Wrong. They are proper nouns and we don't use. When we use before the proper noun, when it is used as a common noun. Otherwise, no. Number two, before abstract nouns. Kinds of nouns only, you have abstract nouns. For example, courage, obedience, anger. So these things they are abstract nouns. You can't see them. They are qualities. Okay? Then we don't say the anger. Anger is dangerous. Obedience is a good virtue. All these things. Then before material nouns, iron, gold, silver, rice, wheat, ragi, all are materials. So we say rice is costly, not the rice. Okay? As silver price has gone up. These materials. Then lastly, before names of public places. Generally we don't say I go to church, not to the church. Of course, many changes. If you say I go to the church means particular church. I go to temple every Friday. So that means it's a particular public place. I go to the temple means there are about 4 or 5 temples and particular temple you are going. Then you can say. Okay. Then I go to market in the morning. So these are the places where articles are omitted. They are not used. So it's all about articles. Just I'll revise once and we'll go to the textbook. Articles are demonstrative adjectives. Okay, kinds of articles. Definite articles, the. Indefinite article, a matu, and. Then use of a. Before a word beginning with a consonant. Number 2, before a word beginning with a vowel having consonant sound. Next, use of and. Before a word beginning with a vowel. Number 2, before a word beginning with a consonant having vowel sound. Third is before a word beginning with H not accented on the first syllable. Not accented on the. This is not given in some of the grammar books. It's not given, but you must know. This is also there. Then use of the. Number 1, before a common noun. Number 2, before a proper noun used as a common noun. Number 3, before a singular noun which represents a whole class. Then before a common noun which is unique, the earth, the sun, the moon. Then before names of religious books, then before names of groups of islands. Then before names of rivers, oceans, mountains, gulfs and all. Then before comparatives, I give you some examples. The more you read, the higher marks you get. Then lastly, before superlatives. Superlatives are labeled the tallest, the highest, the deepest and all that. Then omission of articles, when you should not use articles. before a proper noun, before an abstract noun, before a material noun, and before names of public places. So with this we come to the end of the articles. Now please take that. You have the workbook, just take out and then we will just discuss on what is given in the textbook. See, as I told you, when I take grammar, you must have a notebook in the hand. You must write down whatever I am giving you, because nothing is given in your textbook. Textbook, why it doesn't give? You are supposed to know in high school all these, and I am just revising everything. Textbook they give exercise. Okay, let's see. Page number 1 of Unit A, articles. Once an old hermit saw a kite catching a little mouse. See, they are underlined: an article, a article, a article. He felt sorry for the mouse. There is an article. He took an apple and threw it at the kite. The kite dropped the mouse in fear and flew away. Then the hermit picked up the mouse and by his holy power changed into a young maiden. A small para with articles are underlined. So what I taught you last, Omission of Particles, they were given in the beginning. See, when we don't use articles, when you refer to nouns in general, nouns in general. Number 2, before names of languages, we don't say the Kannada, the English. So we don't use abstract nouns and uncountable nouns. So whatever I have given is slightly different, but you learn both. Here they are given uncountable nouns. But starting is I told you, you cannot say air, water. That is there. And languages also, we don't generally use. Then exercise. See, all the exercise you must fill up, and then it is your duty to do it. For example, one or two will do. Fill in the blanks with a, an, or the. He is dash, youngest son in the family. Here we use the. You know why? Because it is superlative. Youngest is superlative. Number 2, Anu is looking for dash job. It's a common noun for a job. Could you close that door, please? So the door. Can you put a common noun? Could you please close the door? Anil is dash optician. The O is a vowel, so we use an optician. Dr. Shankar is dash dentist. So here D is a consonant, so use A. It's a dentist. My friend is an MLA. We are use an because M is a consonant but has got a vowel sound. EM. So E sound is there. That is why MLA, MP, is all we give an. Raju is dash class. In the class. Have you ever visited Andaman Islands? So again, it's a group of islands. Please bring dash kilogram of apples. A kilogram. Countable noun, a kilogram. Now choose the correct option. Next page. Do you enjoy listening to music? Music? The music. Why? Because the music is not used. It's not a particular music. Normally, we enjoy all the music. So that is why music. My brother speaks French or the French? French. Because it's a language, we don't use the. I spent my childhood in Bangalore. Proper noun. So we don't use the. In Bangalore. We are skiing in dash the Alps. The Alps is a mountain. So we use the. See, every question will have some rule. You must understand the rule, then only you should answer. Should not just have some guide and look at that. No. The sun rises in the east. The east. Again, it's a common noun. We have some exercises here. You must fill them up and then just do all these exercises. See, an old pilgrim was making his way to the Himalayan mountains in the cold of winter. When it began to rain, he went to an inn. The innkeeper said to him, "How will you ever get there in this kind of weather, my good man?" The old man answered cheerfully, "My heart got there first, so it's easy for the rest of me to follow." Number One day, a heavy thunderstorm broke out. The elephant went to his friend who had a little hut at the edge of the forest and asked for help. Here there is nothing is required here, so you can just put on into. Where it is not required, don't put anything. A farmer owned a piece of land in the village. He grew paddy on it. He got some bags of paddy, nothing is required. He took 10 bags of paddy to the market in his cooler cart. On the way, 2 bags fell on, nothing is required, on the road. The farmer tried to put the bags into a cart. He could not lift the bags into the cart. He could not lift the bags. An elderly gentleman came that way. He helped the farmer to put the bags on the cart. The farmer thanked the gentleman for his help. So it is common and very easy to fill up correctly. Match the following. Raghu is an D, honest man. Sharda is a dash. Sharda is in a dash. First one, A, silk saree. The pop star is playing the violin now, E. Gopanna plays tennis. Fish sells at 10 rupees. 10 rupees a kilo. Okay. So these are very simple exercises. You are supposed to do. Since we are doing online classes, I am doing it. You just understand that. As I told you, this the ball and the ball. The ball, the elephant. I told you in the beginning. This rule is not followed nowadays, but they have given you this. This is a phonetic alphabet. First one is the. Second one is the. So why the is used? Because it is consonant. B is a consonant, ball. Why D is used? Because E is a vowel, the elephant. Observe how the definite article is pronounced differently before nouns beginning with a vowel and a consonant. But as I told you, nowadays we use D only for emphasis or stress. So with this, I come to the end of the first unit, that is articles. Very, very important chapter, very simple chapter. So I already uploaded 10 questions on this. So you have to answer them and feedback. Okay, thank you. सुनने होता है